3, 2, 1.
And welcome back to the Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast, episode 278. 8 minus 7 is 1. And if you think of 1 twice, it's a 2.
Sure.
We got Bruno and Eric. Bruno's over
Hello.
here somewhere. Eric's down there somewhere.
Hi, Eric.
Hello.
And you guys have good weeks?
It was fine.
I took a 3-hour nap at work today.
Excuse me?
But okay, 4 hours. Sorry.
Excuse me?
That doesn't make it better. What?
Yeah.
No point. No,
How do you manage that?
And then we sat outside for like 45 minutes and ate.
Sounds like a pretty good day at work.
It was.
Nobody needed a scope down their throat.
We did. We did one, and then the next one wasn't until like 12:30 or 1. So we got done at 8 o'clock. So it was got done pretty early.
Are you the scope goat?
Scope goat.
Yeah.
You see who's the throat goat? That's a lot of people.
Yeah. What are like the age ranges of like the average? What is the average person age that comes in to need to scope down their throat?
Everybody.
But like, is there a certain age that like comes in more often?
Is it lots of old people or is it literally a mix of anyone?
Usually between 50s. We'll have 40s and 30s.
What are these old people doing?
We also have
Dying
patients
slowly?
that do them too.
Yeah. But like, why do they
We
lose?
actually get a lot of pediatric patients.
Why do they lose throat control?
What?
I don't know.
Huh?
You know? Why old people lose?
It's not necessarily throat control. It's more like trying to figure out another problem. A gastro problem.
Yeah.
He's shoving cameras down, not tubes to funnel food.
I was thinking about the guy that like choked on steak at 3 a.m.
No,
good point.
That's a common thing.
See,
Apparently Veterans Day's the worst because it's like the steakhouses have like half off on like steaks. So like y'all get like 4 or 5 for like veterans.
All pissed off that I want that piece back when you get it out.
A lot of times we just kind of try and shove it down to the stomach so they don't waste their money.
Oh, okay, that's nice of you guys.
Just push it down.
Whoa, man. Oh, Bruno. Last week I had it saved in my Reddit.
Yeah.
Talk about, but we didn't talk about it.
Yeah.
So it's now a kind of old Reddit post, but it's still quite relevant. But it was the map porn post. Again, I posted it the night after the podcast because I was like, oh damn, I didn't talk about that. Most expensive toll roads to drive end to end in the United States.
Yeah, I saw I saw that map. Something was a little off about it that I remember.
One of these things is just a little annoying.
Yeah. Ohio Turnpike, $20. New York Thruway, $28. New Jersey Turnpike, $18. Florida's Turnpike, pretty long boy, $26. Texas, $19. Pennsylvania, $112.
Now, it also doesn't include the fact that most people in the state have an easy pass, so it's a slightly skewed number, but not a
Fucking
horribly
cut it in
skewed.
half.
It's like 30%, so it's like maybe like
I'm
80.
saying do half. It's still crazy.
Yeah. Think of that, Eric. Just to go from one side of our state to the other costs over $100.
Not bad.
Quite
it's pretty
bad.
terrible.
It's quite literally maybe one of the only like reasonable ways to get across the state for Bruno and I. Like going left to right is quite near impossible. without like killing yourself around
I
mountains.
did math in the past and turned out it was a wash for some of the places that I was going, so I stopped
Oh,
using the turnpike.
PA a big state?
you
Yep.
stopped using it because it was a wash?
Yeah. Yep.
PA's a
If it
pretty
was a
big
wash, I
state.
would use it because it's just like
Well,
straight.
I'm trying to remember how. I think
Whatever
it
other.
was a wash, and then it went up. 'Cause this was a
Okay.
long time ago, and then it went up, and we stopped using it. I think you're right.
So if it's a wash, just do the turnpike. There's no
It
other
is
road
an
in
easy
this.
road,
That's what I'm saying. There's no easy. There's no.
but it's how far you get off the turnpike. I live very close to the turnpike, so it's easy for me to get onto it.
So do
but-
I. I used to cross over it on my way to work every morning. Like I would go over a bridge over the turnpike every day.
Yeah, it's
when I
like
was
right
living in
fucking there
Yeah.
for me.
My parents only live like half a mile. Like you hear the trucks going over the rumble strips
yeah,
if you
that's-
sit out if
that's
you're like
annoying.
outside. Yeah. Eric, what are you posting? Neuralink device,
Look, saw
Bro.
that was interesting.
bro. I'm not getting a
First-
chip in my fucking brain.
First human trial starting.
You gonna sign up?
I mean, I don't
Think
know.
about it.
Will it make me better at League? Then yeah.
Might. What if you could have some like extra overlays come up over your eyes while you're playing League? Think of like hack. Think if you can hack your client and you can see where all the other champions are as they approach you.
What if like they hack it? You know, just you're on a plane, some dude's bored, and they just hack it.
What if what if they develop a mod for like super soldiers that you can play in 1080 by 1080, and you see the world as fat boys. You can hit your shots in Ukraine.
That's really scary, though.
Yeah,
I feel like it's just not gonna go well.
probably not at first.
No, not at all. Or it'll go fine and then have drastic repercussions down the road.
Yeah,
Oh, man.
you're putting a little thing in your brain. I feel like this stuff just isn't supposed to go in the brain. That's just
Have
not brain stuff.
There are occasions in this world where people have issues with their brain fitting in their brain.
Exactly. You think the brain's just gonna let them
Especially if they play football.
Yeah.
Get it all jostled around in there.
Oh man, let me celebrate this football play by smashing my helmet against another man's helmet, just to like really make sure that CTE sits in.
Does it go in the brain or does it go in like your spinal cord?
Fuck if I know, man.
No, not really looking into it too much.
It's above my pay grade.
Nah. Opt-in. We're opt-in. If you have a quadriplegic due to you may qualify.
And I'm guessing it's like it's like going to be on like base of like the brainstem or something. I don't.
Yeah, that sounds kind of like in between the nervous system and the brain.
Yeah,
To reclaim those nerves and make your body do things.
but I'm also I don't know. I don't know what this stuff is.
You know, I'm sure if you do it, you'll be fine. You know, it'll make you better.
Oh, it's not happening. They're looking for people, which I'm sure they'll find
Yeah,
somebody.
see, they don't need to look anymore. You have it.
Join our patient registry. Yeah, start your application.
So, man, this past weekend, Madeline and I went to a wine festival on Saturday.
Yeah.
And it was like,
Did you go to war?
oh my god, it was like an extended war basically.
Oh no.
So we got the premium tickets. So we had an
Oh
exclusive area
no.
and a regular area. It was $30 for a regular, $60 for the exclusive tickets. Like, whatever, we'll upgrade. So the idea was you pay to get in, and then there was like 12 wineries in the free area, maybe like 15 in the not in like the non-free area. So there you go, a ton of wineries, like 20, like a lot of wineries. You could just go up to them and just like get free like tastings. Like
Mm-hmm.
basically like 1 ounce pours. And
Okay.
sometimes they would have like 3 wines. The one place had like 9 wines. Like
Okay.
yeah, so we got there, it was like 10. You know, we had glasses. We just kept walking up to place, and they just like slinging fucking 1 ounce shots of wine like all day. Probably had like 70, 80 ounces of wine apiece. So like 2.5 bottles of wine apiece.
Jesus.
Fucking cooked.
I bet.
Yeah, that fucking put me. I wasn't really that bad. My own was cooked. But it was a day, you know. Fucking I learned there's like turbo wine. There's turbo wines.
Excuse me?
Use like turbo yeast. So
Oh, okay.
it looks like mild. It's like always like a mileage may vary. Some dude might have a fancy yeast out there, but blah blah blah. On average, you can only ferment a drink to about 18%. Again, mileage may vary, and
Sure.
like some
Before you
dude
have to
might have
start like distilling it to
yeah,
condense it.
right. And typically to do that, they have like one of these things called a turbo yeast. This is the yeast that like because like when you ferment, the yeast creates alcohol as a byproduct, or as a not a byproduct, as a waste product technically of their process of dissolving sugars. So you put a
Mm-hmm.
lot of sugar in, you get special yeast in, and they can ferment up to 18% before they kill themselves faster than they can make more alcohol. Like they're killing themselves after 18% basically before they can make enough to go to like 19%. Mileage may vary. Different yeasts sometimes can do different results, but on average 18. So like I had some 18% wine. Holy shit, was that thing fucking sweet, and like you'd have to be fucking careful. Like, and you're nearing the level of like liquor, but in a like in a high volume style of drink. Like
Yeah.
I get it. Your whiskeys and bourbons are higher proof, but you're not drinking a glass of the amount of like
Oh, the
that's why
pour is small. Yes.
right. When beers get up in high percentages, that's when people get fucked up because you can drink a 2% like light beer that's piss water, but when they make them 8% and these fuckers are like used to drinking a 6 pack of
And
2%,
then they make up tall boys too.
yeah, and then you're just like, oh fuck, it's just beer. Why am I so fucked up? Yeah, Jesus Christ. Yeah,
Because that one you drank is really 3 or more.
yeah, right. Yeah, but yeah, turbo yeast. Learn about that. That's a fact, you guys. Not turbo. I bet you it was a really lame picture.
Turbo yeast.
I
Um,
wish I liked beer. Any sort of beer.
you can.
No, I don't
Just
like it.
keep drinking them.
I don't think that's how it works.
That's how I did it.
It's actually how it works though.
It's legitimate. You can ask V, Eric. I was like, I want to like beer, and he's like, oh, you should drink Bud Light. It's like the most basic bitches of beers. Like,
It's disgusting. It's like piss water.
well, if you don't like beer, then it's all piss water. Like, there's no like.
But if you drink enough piss water, you might find out that you like piss water.
Go get like a 30 rack of Bud Light every day. Just drink one.
God.
That's what I did. Every day I just drank one Bud Light. It's really hard at first. You're sitting there like gagging. You're like, ugh, I hate the fucking piss water. Couple weeks in, you're just like,
You
eh.
know what?
Yeah, it is. You're like, whatever.
It has to do with people not liking bitter things and the hops being bitter, and then your taste buds change because you keep drinking it and you turn out liking it. It's like I'm not even shitting you. It's like a real thing.
I
Yeah,
feel like the only ones I like are like sour beers. Sours aren't bad. I enjoy sours more than anything.
if if you truly want to like beer, You just gotta drink beer until you like it. I don't know if there's many people in this world that drink beer at like the first thing they ever like. I don't care what age you are. I don't care like when you had your first drink. I don't know how many people in this world had like their first beer and been like, "Oh man, that's it right there. That's what I want for
Okay,
the rest of my life."
there is one that when I was at Chicago, I went to see Juan and Eric and them. Eric worked at a distillery, and he goes to all like distilleries all over the country because that's what he does. Dude, he had this one, and it was probably the best tasting thing I have ever had in my life. And you can only get it in like Miami or somewhere in Florida like that.
What the fuck even
That's
is that?
that's
Dude,
green.
I know, but it is so good.
Yeah, bro, that's green.
I know, but it you couldn't even taste the alcohol. It was just so good.
Troll so hard. Even like the fucking nerd.
I know, but it was delicious. And you can only get it in like somewhere in Florida. And
My
it was
go-to is
so good.
Yingling for sure.
Oh my god.
Like, there's nothing to me. The price per volume, Yingling is cheap for one, and it doesn't taste like piss water to me.
That
there are better beers out there, but like you
Oh,
said,
absolutely.
the price and like the quality and like just the overall
Absolutely.
like happiness you get from drinking a Yingling. Ah,
Fantastic.
Madeline and I are going to the Yingling. We're gonna go to the Yingling place in the next couple weeks.
I fucking drive by it like
Oh, probably all the fucking time.
10 times a year.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, yeah.
Or
Eric,
like,
have a Yingling.
not directly by it, but like
I
right
don't
by it.
know. I like mango carts, but I don't think they sell them down here.
Those are good.
Mango carts are pretty good.
But the problem like with a mango cart is it's almost double the price of a Yingling. And that's why I
yeah.
said what I said.
I don't think I've ever had a Yingling.
That's like all we get up here.
That's like if you're born in Pennsylvania, you turn 21, someone like hands you a Yingling, and you're like, oh man. You taste the Keystone State.
Maybe
Oh, sorry.
do some. I don't
Sorry,
know.
not state.
Commonwealth.
Another Radlers. Have you heard of Radler, Bruno?
No, I don't think so.
It's a pretty German thing, but it's a weird German thing that just never translated into a Pennsylvania Dutch thing.
Interesting.
But it's like beer with basically a Sprite, like a sparkling lemon lime drink. It's typically a lager.
Okay.
So a Yingling would be probably, I think you can use it for it, but it'd be like Yingling mixed with Sprite, and it's how like it's a very popular German thing.
Huh. Weird.
It's more of like a because they drink beer with everything. It's a way to get like to have your beer, but also like lighten it up and make it less.
Yeah.
But again, really Germany thing just didn't translate to like Pennsylvania Dutch. One of those like. I mean, there's probably a lot of things, but like it's a big enough German thing you thought would come to our German-esque culture. But I guess we got a lot of the prudes. I don't know if the Dutch, Pennsylvania Dutch, were like.
Yeah, I don't know.
They only fermented their cabbages.
They did do a lot of that. That's coming up sometime too, huh?
Yeah, you're gonna have to. How many cabbages are you getting this year?
Probably like a dozen.
I feel like that's not a lot.
Big cabbages. They were huge.
Oh, that's right.
They were massive.
I expect Bruno to come in with like a truck bed full of cabbages.
They were like this, Nick.
Oh yeah, I forgot. I was thinking more like this.
No. I'm talking like smush two basketballs together.
Okay.
Kind of cabbage. I had like 60 pounds of cabbage, and it might have actually even been more. It might have been like 70 pounds of cabbage.
Oh, fuck, no.
Fucking Windows.
Yeah, I don't like this new updated server. It just restarts with updates. The old one will just tell us about them.
Yeah, it's annoying.
That's what I get for activating Windows.
Yeah.
Literally. That's what happened.
We don't need up-to-date Windows. This thing barely touches the internet. What else? Oh, oh, the other comment with the wine festival is Madeline broke her glass because she dropped it.
Oh,
Oh.
no.
I'm just like, I'm like, what the hell did you do here? um, no, not many really funny people. I thought I was gonna see more like funny people stories like to tell, but it wasn't. It was kind of bleh.
It's a bummer.
Ooh, I was I will get Google Maps. Maryland had these sick additions to the road burner that I feel like Pennsylvania should adopt. I just have to find it. So it was on this road. So where does Maryland start? Sorry. Maryland. So Bruno, if you would say like on our back roads,
Sure.
not back roads, but like maybe like more
Okay. You're probably
populated
thinking like
back
the
road.
road I live on.
Yeah. Oh man, where are they? So like ones that you might get held up by someone trying to turn left if there's like some traffic going right,
Sure.
but it's not a empty road, but it's like a more of a thoroughfare, but still like a back road.
I think I'm
Um,
in the right frame of mind.
they made the roads like wider in those sections, and they had like a drive around lane. They had
Yeah.
like a little like drive around lane that you could like actually you didn't have to go into the shoulder and feel like the piece of shit that's just like
Oh, they
not
had
wanting
like
to.
dotted lane kind of shit.
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Like when I drive up 183, they have that's a 2-lane road,
Hmm.
but for a lot of it, it's a 1-lane road with a turn lane. Like they make the middle lanes turn lanes.
Yeah, this was like a reverse of a turn lane. This was like a
Yeah,
go around lane.
gotcha. So I don't have to bomb through the shoulder in the dirt at 40
Right. They
miles an
just like
hour.
they just extended the shoulder saying, "Hey, we know
Yeah,
you're going to do this. Like,
yeah.
please just like don't, bomb through the shoulder." Can't
Aiden
find
Ross did a stream with Kim Jong Un.
what? What?
I love that Eric comes on and just finds the craziest shit to bring up.
What did you like what?
He just sent a
On
tweet,
Kick.
and I will read the tweet because it's crazy. Or no, Instagram post, whatever. Aiden Ross had over 300,000 viewers on Kick, waiting for a possible Kim Jong-un interview. Turns out sorry, I tried to correct grammar there. Turns out a impersonator showed up.
Look at that.
Nice.
What? 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 Where is the
Oh,
picture
it's
of
a
the guy?
picture? Oh, Lord. 1 second. It's low. It's trying.
Instagram.
It's not a picture, it's a video. You guys go to.
Ooh, it's trying.
Yeah, like what did it, what was he hoping would happen?
He really thought he was gonna get him.
This still doesn't change the fact that there are 49 million kangaroos in Australia and 3.5 million people in Uruguay, which means if the kangaroos were to invade Uruguay, each person would have to fight 14 kangaroos. I there's no way there's 49 million kangaroos in
There are,
Australia.
because I saw that comment and I looked it up. There's like a lot of kangaroos in
What's the
Australia.
population of Australia?
Less
There's
than the
no
kangaroos.
there's no way there's 49 million kangaroos.
That's double the population. There is a lot of desert in Australia.
49 million kangaroos.
That's a shit ton of kangaroos.
You think you can take on
Again,
14 kangaroos?
that's a that is that is a wild amount of.
That's a big number of kangaroos.
I don't.
2011 population estimates are 34 million. Oh my god, it's not that crazy. That's a shit ton of kangaroos.
That's an unreasonable amount of kangaroos. Those are
And
like
that
apex
was
predators.
like 12 years ago. Have you seen them things? They look buff as shit. They'll kick my ass.
Yeah, those things
They
are apex
all
predators.
invaded my town. They could take
Eric,
over.
I don't know if I can take one of them. Okay. How many was I supposed to? Like 7?
14.
14? No shot.
How many hollow points do you think a kangaroo could take before you would put
At
one
least
down?
2.
3.
3. Depends.
You ever... If you don't get a good shot, that bicep or like pec muscle is just going to make it bounce off, dude.
Let's say you're
That
walking
tail's going to
around.
come whipping around and just deflect it back towards me.
So strapped out on the streets, Bruno could probably take down like 4 to 5 of them before you're
If
out of
I
ammo.
knew they were coming and was
No,
prepared,
you don't know. You're like walking around.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
I can't take
Bruh.
14 of them things.
How many can you take with you before they get you?
I'm hopeful for 3.
Again, and their
I'm
heads.
saying-
those things
I'm
are.
saying 3 is like I did a great job.
I think their skulls are thick too. I don't think you could even go for a headshot.
Look at that guy, bro.
Can't knock them over either. They got that tail back there.
Bro, why are they so jacked if they only hop? I think that's like the biggest like.
You know, Nick, you're kind of right. Why the fuck are they so jacked?
I
What do
think
they
it's like
do with them things?
I don't know. They're like barely use them. Think of their legs are fucking ripped to shreds, but it's not even like the most impressive part. It's that they have like these giant ass fucking biceps. Do you ever look at a kangaroo and the more you look at them, the more like these aren't a real animal? Like,
Yeah, you mean like right now?
like this isn't a real animal that exists. Damn.
Crazy.
Yeah, it don't make sense why they're so strong. Animal.
Well, I don't know. I have a big surprise for you guys. I have King Jong-un coming on.
Is that episode 300? Big reveal?
Yep. We've been funded by the North Korean government as our first sponsor. All hail Pyongyang.
How many of those guys do you can take off?
Little boys?
Yeah.
A lot.
Yeah.
Bro probably
All
can't
you
even
need
like
to do is
hop
get a
right.
hold of a leg. That's it.
Fucking just take. I don't know. Probably could like rip its head off.
Oh god.
Step on it. Use its long feet as like a hold down point, like, and then just rip the head off.
Kangaroos aren't real animals, bro. There's no way.
Man, you know hippos. Those things are another like. How the hell does this thing like?
Yup.
They can
No,
run at like
don't.
40 miles an hour on land.
We're gonna bring up one of these discussions that's gonna divide Discord, and Eric's gonna take it back to the other channel, and somebody's gonna get pissed and leave. That's what's gonna happen right now.
Oh well.
I see it
Hippos are
coming.
Terrifying.
Yeah, Bruno. That's what we do. We divide.
I know we do.
Just like when Eric posts about another like human fall fact clone, and we say, "Oh man, that'd be fun to play," and then we realize, "Oh, we'd have to play with you," and then we realize, "Oh yeah, you would just make it not fun because you're too good at it."
It's just like,
Dude, I've been
How-
watching Party Animals, and it looks so much fun.
I know I want to get it, but we can't play with you for now.
I know, but I want to.
It's like the one time. It's like one of the few times that you want play a game with someone because they're good at it and they want you to carry you, but it's not. It's again, it's a little game where you'll carry us and it's not fun.
You know what? I might actually get just so I can play this dude.
With
carrying-
who?
I don't care, bro. I just want to play him.
You'll be carrying us in a different way in that game. You'll be carrying our literal bodies in that game with us not able to like doing anything.
I don't know why, but like,
They just click in your brain.
you know, some people are good at shooters, some people are good at MOBAs. I'm fucking good at the platforming, stupid top-down controller games.
Yeah. I quite literally within like the first few times of us playing Human Fall Flat, you had like, let me just like climb up this wall mastered because you could do the wiggle.
I know.
Wiggle like wave. Like I'm just sitting here.
And
what?
and I had the ability to pick people up, and no one else knew how to do it or could figure it out.
Quite literally, grabbing onto the wall with both hands was an achievement enough for me, let alone being able to swing back and forth in upward motion direction.
I know. And I love them too, and that's the problem.
Well, I know. Because it's like you're playing like the game, you play like a different game than us.
I know. I'm playing
like,
Shroud's Counter-Strike.
Yeah, you're like, how can I make this game, how can I manipulate what's in front of me to have fun? Versus like Eric and I trying to like grab onto you with a shepherd's hook to like complete the level.
And I break the level by climbing out of it.
The fact that in that clip you have that you held that shepherd's hook in front of you up in the air, balancing and walking. If there was a video clip of me trying to do that to get that hook up there, it would be me dragging it and it falling off the ledge most of the time, and me like trying my damnedest to keep it like on the ledge before it drops.
And the problem, like, I can't even help you because it comes so naturally to me that I don't understand what I'm doing differently.
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're at with that.
Yes. So. Yeah. But yeah, go. Maybe it'll be on sale one day, Eric, and you can play the gorilla.
Yeah.
Or maybe you'll play League of Legends instead.
Or maybe you can convince everybody else to buy it with you.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just so expensive now.
Yeah, this fucking Starfield was $80 or $70.
I don't know.
It's insane.
All right, I'll take bets. GTA 6, how much?
$100.
You think all the way up to 100? I'm thinking 80.
Yeah, I'm thinking 80.
Or free to play, story DLC, premium subscription.
Nah. I think there's gonna be multiple versions of it.
I think
there's already a premium subscription to GTA Online right now.
Yeah.
I think they will want their upfront payment. Like to some degree, I think they'll want the instant.
Okay.
So GTA 6 comes out. It's
Yeah.
gonna be. I'm gonna make the statement right now. It's gonna be one of the biggest releases of all time for a game. I don't see how the next GTA wouldn't be like just it
would be pretty big for sure.
It's gonna rival up there of like everyone knows what they're buying, and they know even if it's a shit product, they're gonna get online. They're gonna get they're gonna get a good story. They're gonna get a world with a bunch of shootings. It's not gonna miss the mark for initial. Maybe it will. Like people be like, "Oh, I'm disappointed in this," but everyone's gonna buy it. So they're gonna want that initial like, "I want it" money to like recoup all the money, all the costs. All the development costs are gonna be covered in like the first month.
Fair. Okay.
I'm gonna have to buy a new PC to play it. I feel like it's just gonna destroy mine.
Well,
bro, you might be 2 PCs away from that at this point.
Yeah.
Again, September 19th, 3 days ago, 3 days ago was the
Yeah.
10-year anniversary of GTA releasing. But here's what I'm going to tell you. That was it releasing on the
The
current gen
first gen,
consoles.
like PS3, Xbox 360.
Right. People then rebought it for next gen consoles.
No, they rebought it for PC, then
PC,
next gen, then
then
future gen.
future. There are some people that probably there's a quite possibly a small subset of people that bought that game 3 to 4 times.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
PC
3
players,
is easy for console.
if they simultaneously release it across all 3 platforms,
I doubt it. They got away with it last time.
yes. But I feel like it's a different world now.
Nah, I don't think
I
so.
just hope they release it all at the same time and not have PC wait another like year and a half before it comes out.
That's what we're talking. I don't think they're gonna do it. I think it's going to be the same way.
I would be curious where most of their online money comes from. Like, are they gonna miss out on potential? Because that's potential profit missed out on by not releasing them simultaneously.
It's so crazy. GTA is
Yeah,
the
but
second
it's
most viewed
also
on Twitch.
it's also potential double dip territory too.
Oh, I know it is double dip, but like
120,000 people watching.
yeah, probably 10,000 is RP related.
Yeah. So it's
I'm
playing
sure,
it
like,
now.
if you add them all up, there's a bunch of RP streamers. 'Cause that's where a lot of the
I would say probably 90% of it is not on official GTA servers.
yeah.
I mean, I think it'd be cool to get into it, but it's just like it's a very big rabbit hole. I feel like
Hell,
at this
I think
point.
I said like 4 years ago, oh, I'll wait to the next one. And it might be 4 more years till I actually get to the next one.
You just
Yeah.
got to get into the real big, like, what is the pixel servers or whatever?
You're talking about no pixel.
Yeah.
You know how like almost impossible it is to do that?
Yeah.
Even some of the cool people have struggled to get in there.
And even when you get in, the struggles of actually getting into the server are another thing. Like people sit in queues for 12 hours to get into
That's
that.
crazy.
You wake up and you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to work. Oh, I'll get in queue now. So by the time I get home from work, I'll be in.
And the people that are streamers, like the small time streamers that are like barely making a living streaming because the GTA RP scene blew up and now they can make a living off of it, they are literally catering their life around a queue timer.
Yeah. I don't know if I've read this somewhere or heard it, but isn't the people from like No Pixel helping with GTA 6?
No,
No?
I really don't think so. Also, there's a legal battle going on with a lot of that shit.
Alright.
Yeah.
Like
Rockstar
somebody in
wants
one of
their
the
money.
not even Rockstar, like in the no pixel bubble, there's a legal battle going on.
Oh, was there?
Yeah,
I thought
One of
Rockstar was
the-
upset they were losing money.
one of the lead devs got screwed over on money and treated like shit, so he is gone and is now suing them.
Damn.
I think rightfully so,
Yeah.
Yeah.
by what I've seen, but I don't know.
You know, GTA 6
Big game.
biggest released game going to be ever. Gonna be a lot of dollars.
A lot of dollary dues.
When do you think it comes out? What year?
27.
That's what I was gonna say.
I'm gonna say 26.
26, 3 years.
I think we're gonna get. I think we'll get GTA 6, the next Elder Scroll. It's gonna refeel like the nostalgic years of our lives where we get
Oh,
like
you
a
think
new,
it's gonna be like the big dogs coming back?
yeah, like I think we'll get like I think kids will like be like, "Oh my god, you guys don't understand what it's like to live in a time like this when like a GTA 6 comes out, an Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, whatever
I
other,
never played Elder Scrolls, like anything, like any other game.
and it's just gonna feel like that 2011, 20 to 13. Like it's gonna feel similar to those years for kids, and they're gonna be like, you don't even know what you're talking about, man. And be like, I was there when it was written.
Eric, I'm gonna be honest. You play League. Like, that's it.
Stop bringing
That
it up.
that's all you've played for like 20 years,
And then you spice it up with some Counter Strike.
and then get mad at it, and then fall back to League.
I just want a competitive game.
I think you should find a single player game and just play a single player game.
I can't.
You can.
There's no single player that I've actually enjoyed playing besides Stray.
Then you need to find another Stray.
I do. Stray is
Again, there's
amazing
so
game.
many games out there. You just need
There
to find
are
a
a
game.
lot.
I think you need a non-competitive, like, just outlet game.
You need like an Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Something
I
to
have
sink
Animal
tons of hours into. What do you mean you have Animal Crossing?
I do. On my Switch.
Then play it.
Then play a shit ton of it.
I didn't like it.
Yeah. The nicotine of competitive games is like you just want to win. But some of these games you don't have to win. There's no winning. There's just playing.
There's always somewhere to win, Nick.
you
There's
just
always
play.
something to win.
That's why I think you inherently like desire those farming games because there's no the winning is the crops growing.
I do enjoy farming.
Like why don't you try to play a Skyrim?
I can't. You're not good at this game.
You just walk around and just kill shit.
I can't do that.
I,
It's just
Nick, I'm gonna give you a tip. I've tried.
yeah, but it's only getting worse. These league games are taking more tolls every year.
No, they're not.
No, for his mental health, they're taking.
No, they're not.
I think
Yeah.
it's gotten better.
It has.
He's older now. His mental health is worse.
I think it's better.
I'm going to be
His young
honest.
brain-
There were some dark times in the past.
But his young brain was
That
malleable.
was like a couple months ago.
His young brain was able to like rebound back from these games. Now these league games are every loss is hitting his brain harder and it's not bouncing back as quick.
A bit better. Shut up.
See, when he says, "Oh man, I'm on a 10-game losing streak," yeah, he's not getting angry. He's just being beat down by it. Like again, he's not kicking back. It's he's learning to accept it and live with it.
Yeah.
Old Eric's PC would have been out the window if he was on a 10-game losing streak.
Not who I am anymore, Nick.
No, because the game's winning. It's winning.
That's what they wanted.
You know,
Nick, is it going to be cold from now on, or is it getting warmer at all?
it better be cold. I'm fucking tired of this fucking heat.
I need one more warm day.
Why?
Because I need to do power washing outside.
You had all summer.
No, I didn't. I need
No?
to power wash the Razor from after the ride.
Oh, that? Yeah, you should have done that like a week ago.
Well, yeah. I didn't.
I need.
getting chilly.
I also need to put the doors back on my truck, I think.
Yeah, probably.
It's a little chilly.
Nights are chilly. Days are hot.
I have to close our pool this weekend. No idea how to fucking do that.
What?
Good luck. Are you getting someone to do it, or are you doing it?
No. The only thing I don't know how to do is I think I need to buy an air compressor. Well, I know I need to buy an air compressor because I need to hook it up to my pump somehow, and I need to blow out the lines so water aren't in the lines.
Mm-hmm.
And
I don't know how to do that, so I have to figure out how to do that.
just like put your mouth on it
But I also can't explode the lines.
and just blow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I have a
That's
garden
bad.
hose adapter to go from a tire chuck to a compressor to a hose. It's nice.
You got the neatest stuff for an us, swear.
So, like, okay, imagine you've got an outside hose, right?
Yeah.
Hose reel.
Uh-huh.
I have a hunk of plastic that threads into the end of that hose that you then put a tire inflator to,
Oh, wait a second.
and you hook that to the compressor and go, and it shoots air through it. And you got to be careful, so like you said about not blowing up the hose. But then you can turn that hose into a literal cannon of water. It's pretty neat. Empties the hose out.
Yeah.
Where the hell did you get that?
I don't know. I've had it for years.
Just it's one of those things anyone should have.
Yeah.
So I need to get like a small air compressor. Nothing big, just like like a small tank.
Yeah.
Mobile one.
I don't
to
have
pick it
too
up.
much. I don't have a whole lot of information for you
No.
about that.
No. And I think there's supposed to be like some sort of port or something. Because like the whole thing is my,
You
your
want
pump's
a
working on
you want pancake or a hot dog?
hot dog.
Man.
It's a more fun shape.
Our local hot dog place recently put out a new item on the menu.
I'm scared of what he's about to like say.
I don't know why this is like black and white. Hold on, I gotta turn off dark mode. There it goes. It's a breakfast sandwich.
In a hot dog form?
Yeah.
Well, why the fuck is that in a hamburger bun?
It's a biscuit.
Why is the fuck is that? Why can't you make hot dog biscuits?
I'm about to try it in the morning.
Nick, I don't know how much you envision yourself needing a compressor, but Harbor Freight would probably be an option for a cheap compressor if you just need something cheap and don't intend on using it very much.
Yeah, and I think Lowe's had a cheap one, too.
Yeah, Lowe's would probably be a more reliable one, but it's probably more money too.
I think it was like $100, which. Fine.
I'm talking Harbor Freight. You might be able to get away with one for like $40.
Let me look.
But it might also be a piece of shit. I don't know.
Yeah.
You probably just want like an oilless air compressor that you don't have to fuck with. It's gonna be loud as shit, but it'll get the job done.
Well, I didn't see this the last time, but maybe they do have this. They have a. Ooh, they have a pancake one, but it's only $50.
Look at that.
I really don't care that. I don't care that much. 3 gallons, 110 psi. It's still more than I need, but yeah.
The big differentiating number and stat that you can find on air compressors is CFM, which is cubic feet per minute at a specified pressure. So like, you know, the little baby ones are like, 2 CFM at 90 psi, and the big ones are like, 12 CFM at 90 psi. So if you want to compare like how well they do their thing, that's the number you're looking for.
Yeah. I'm just looking to. The thing is, I need to keep it at like pretty low pressure. I need this air compressor more just to push air than to pressurize. Like.
Sure, and I understand that.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll get that one. The central pneumatic 9-gallon, 12 cc's. Yeah. I'll get that.
I mean, that's a gas powered thing.
It's $1,000, whatever.
I mean, I have a really good compressor.
I'm sure you do.
That I bought from Harbor Freight, actually.
I'm sure it fucking could. I'm sure it could be made in. I'm sure some places might classify it as like bomb making material. It can
I
pressurize
think it's
that
an
high.
80-gallon tank.
Fucking 80 gallons.
Yeah.
What in your life? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot you have pneumatic tools, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
sandblaster was a big one too.
yeah. Oh, I forgot you have a sandblaster and pneumatic
Yeah.
tools.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. I'm wrong. I almost forgot that you do need 80 gallons worth of compressed air because
Sandblaster is that thing's the ticket for when you need it.
yeah.
Can I just follow you around one day, Bruno?
Sure.
Bro, I swear, Eric, he probably is just doing the most dumbest shit of like
The most random stuff.
oh I know like the most like oh man, I gotta go fucking take my razor out and go look at this line in the middle of the woods and I need to get the welder out and I need to weld it all up because my grandpa put it
The
in
other
back in the day and now it's leaking and it's the old rainwater
the
pipe
other
and
day
Our local telephone pole fell off, so I went to go put
yeah.
another one up.
the other day I weed whacked some shit, okay?
What? What? Weed whack?
Whippersnippering.
Weed eater.
You can fuck off with that. I
What's
will
weed
accept the
eating?
Canadian term of whippersnipper or the weed whacker.
No, it's called weed eating.
Okay. I did some of that. I picked some cucumbers to throw in the woods because my cucumber plants are all dead. I fixed my grandmother's answering machine because she fucked it up somehow by pushing a button. Or sorry, not answer her cable box. I had to call her cable box died or something. No, something in the house died. Whatever. Had to call somebody for that. And I put in a new switch in my shed, like a networking switch. You want to follow me around for a day like that?
I
Just
drank juice and took a nap today.
whatever random at work apparently.
Yeah.
Whatever random shit I come up with.
God. I swear you like what
I mean, you can pick a task you want. I'll get you set up. You want to learn how to stick weld? How about some fabrication?
I don't know what these words are.
Painting?
What? What's that?
I mean, if you say painting, we gotta figure out what kind of painting you want to do then.
I feel like I could paint. No, I can't paint. I feel like it's more than just up and down.
How about with a
Give me one of
pneumatic
them
spray gun?
thing. Yeah, give me one down.
I have one. You want to try?
Of course you do.
What do you want out of me? I'm just who I am, okay?
It's like you have a whole Home Depot at your house.
Yeah, it's called a 40 by 38 foot shed.
People go to your
Sorry,
shed to
30
buy
by
stuff.
48.
yeah, big ass fucking shed.
1,440 square feet of just everything you could ever need.
Hmm.
Including Jeep doors. Because they're out there.
What's what's the smallest amount of concrete I can probably buy?
An 80-pound bag.
No, like no small like I need like to patch like small holes.
Oh. That's probably like a tub of patched something. Not concrete.
Is that literally concrete? Like, will it? Is it like
It's not literally concrete, but it's trying to fix concrete. Like
okay?
the aggregate would be too large to fix your hole, kind of thing. That's the problem.
Okay. So, pool safety pool safety cover anchors. So I have a couple of these pool safety anchors, which are those like little like things that go in the concrete. Um, picture.
You want like a bucket of this stuff.
So like, I have some of these. I have them all around my pool to put my cover on.
Uh-huh.
A couple of them are missing. There's a hole in the concrete of which the anchors still are still there.
Mm-hmm.
Or aren't there. The hole where they were.
Yeah.
I'm hoping I can take. I'm buying replacement ones. I'm hoping I can like, uh, just bang in the new ones
Hmm. I
and
don't.
like.
So I don't. You might have to find one of them and show me how they work.
So
Like, are they a concrete anchor or is it just a tube that is in concrete that
it's a
doesn't need
tube. It's a tube with a
lateral?
screw in it.
Yeah.
So I need to put the tube in, and then I screw the screw in most of the way, not all the way, and then it like hooks around. Like that's the
Yeah.
screw. It's
I'm. Mm-hmm. What I'm saying though is it like a concrete anchor that it actually holds where it's at, or is it just a tube that slides in there and stays there?
it just a tube,
Hmm.
a body head.
Yeah. I would probably like maybe throw some construction adhesive or something on it as you shove it in.
Well, it all depends on how I need like. 'Cause it all depends on how the like. Maybe it's because it's all supposed to be just like friction. Because it's not supposed to be like.
I know. That's what I'm trying to understand.
Because in a real world, all you do is drill the hole and bang them in.
Yeah.
Like in OG and like
And your hole is probably oversized now because of.
maybe I don't know that, but yes,
True.
maybe, possibly. Which I'm like, oh well, if it's over big, I need to like put some concrete. Like I'd put a little bit of concrete in, and then bang the like tube in down
Yeah.
there, and
A little
then
bit of concrete isn't really a thing. Like I was saying about the aggregate thing. It's like you're gonna get a rock in there, and that's great for when it's concrete, but it's not great when you're trying to patch things, which is the problem. And also, there's this whole like cold joint thing with concrete that's just gonna like crack away kind of thing. So that's why I think you're looking for a concrete patch more than you're looking for actual concrete.
yes, maybe. I don't know what I need.
And it might be worth trying to find something online because I'm betting that other people have this problem.
Yeah, I just want. Ah, I'm just so ready for it to be done. I'm so sick of this pool. 1 year, already sick of it. I don't even take care of it that much.
Do you use it a lot, or does like Madeline use it more than
Yeah,
you?
she used it a lot when she was like off of work. But now that we haven't been using it a lot, it's just getting like dirty because haven't been really paying attention to chemicals, and then even harder to clean.
Pools are a ton of work.
Yep.
Ton of work. I mean, I don't have one, but I like to watch my neighbor work on his pool. He doesn't seem like he enjoys it that much.
But if I'm ordering it today, Amazon, don't get it here Saturday. I ordered some grommet. They're gonna get punched in the hole. Better be here before fucking Amazon. I don't expect 3-day delivery anymore. Bullshit.
I don't expect anything from Amazon
Yeah.
because I always get disappointed when I expect things. The one I was very happy that they were actually telling the truth was my modem. That was a good one. I was happy about that one.
That's good. Oh damn, we're at 59 minutes. We just started this thing. Man, where does the time go when you podcast, Bruno?
Into the
I didn't even
ether.
mention that TACcast time.
Yeah, my hair was like fucked up. I don't know what the deal was.
So see, this is what happens, Eric. One of these weeks, Bruno starts wearing his hat, and then it becomes HatCast for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Maybe 4 weeks. I think I mean,
I'm
I think
already sick of it, so it's gonna be soon, I think.
okay. Maybe it was like middle of winter when I don't think he wanted more of a bald head than not. I think it
Yeah.
was like maybe like a 4 week thing. I'm like, and then one day he comes on, he puts on his camera, and he's like almost not bald, but he's cut it down to like short levels.
Yeah.
Do you do a 1 or do you just do straight buzzer?
No, I don't like one. It's normally a 2 or a 3.
2? I get a 2.
Like I feel like a 2 in the summer and a 3 in the winter.
Okay. I get a 2 too,
So like
which I'm
seeing as it's not frozen outside, it's probably like a 2. But I don't know.
yeah.
I'll let you know.
No, I use it. I go get my hair cut. It's a 2. It's by no means that much hair. It is still like a
No, it
very
ain't.
when I say bald again, I get the same thing. It's a very like see the scalp when and you like
Yeah.
I don't even know what I use. I just get a 2 in the back. I just get a fade.
See, that's too complicated when you do it yourself.
Oh, the jack of many trades.
I've been cutting my own hair for years, Eric.
Yeah.
doing it in the back is hard.
Nah, back's easy. It's the figuring out this fucking circle thing back here.
Do you
That's
not
the hard
consider
part.
that? Well, I guess I consider that the back though.
Fair. It's more back than it is front.
Well, that's what I mean. Like by the time like right around the crown is like front, and then when you have to like lean so far over, you can't see it, and you need like a mirror to reflect off a mirror to like get that.
No mirrors.
He knows
No
his he
mirrors.
knows his head,
You
Nick.
just do it by feel.
You think you know your head until you get those like round ass calyx in the back, and you're just like, which way is it fucking going? And you like,
Every way.
and then you like go against the grain the one way, and you go,
Then you hear it go,
and
wah, and just eat a big chunk. Yeah.
you feel it pull a little bit.
I feel like I have a weird head. I could do that.
Oh, I definitely have a weird head.
I feel like there's a little crevice somewhere in there, and it's just like it's not circular like a normal head.
Yeah. That's
Like,
your head.
I think I could make this weekend a haircut weekend, but it's definitely gonna be next weekend at least as a haircut weekend. And when it grows, when I go the longer stretch of when I get my haircut and it's like super thick, they start going down to a 2 right away, and it goes like, and I'm like, they're like, oh, sorry, and they have to start doing it like little like
Dude, the
little
best
goes.
part of the barber is when they use the little blade on the back of my neck. Oh man. Oh,
I get
so good.
I've lost the tingle feeling. I get my hair cut too often. It's just I'm numb to it.
What? I go every once.
How many haircuts do you think you get a year, Eric?
Two.
2?
2.
I
I
feel
get
like I'm
one.
more than that.
I get one haircut every month at least, and
Jeez.
then like by the time it's over, I get like probably somewhere between 12 to 14 haircuts
Okay,
a
maybe
year.
like 3 or 4. I don't know.
No,
I
I
feel
get
like I'm
two.
in like a 4 to 5 kind of scenario,
yeah, I get
depending on
hair
how much I
just-
don't feel like doing it.
getting a
Yeah.
haircut is a regular occurrence for me. Like a pseudo like not regular like not weekly, but again about a monthly thing.
Why don't you just shave it
See,
off?
like this is the part when I get really annoyed, is because when I drive with the windows down, this little tidbit right here gets in my eye. That's like when it gets annoying as
Yeah.
shit, and it's
I
like
do
it's
shave it
gotta
off.
go.
I take it down to a 2.
Not just in the back, the whole fucking thing.
Yeah, the whole head. The whole head's 2. Like the short part of your fade is the long part of my everything. And then it grows, and then it gets all like weird and like frizzy and curly-ish, and I'm like, don't want to deal with it, so I have to take it down again.
Yeah, that's the part where I'm at.
Yeah. And then I'm really awkward when I'm getting my hair cut, and they're like, do you want squared or rounded? And I never know what I actually like, so it's whatever they say first, and I say, they're like, oh, do you want rounded or squared? Rounded. Next week or next time I come, they're like, do you want squared or rounded? Squared. You know, just
I'm jealous of people who can pull off different types of hair, like haircuts.
Fuck off, Windows. Get out of here with your alerts about restarting.
Oh, so Madeline's been judging me.
Oh boy.
So I guess I get very like interested in these. I was super into the Riot live streams.
Oh, how into this fucking police camera on whatever street in Philadelphia are you into it?
Every night.
Oh no.
Every night?
Every night I watch that thing.
I
What are you
completely
hoping
forgot
to
about that.
find?
Oh no.
I just find it so interesting. Like I just throw it up on my instead of having Twitch up most nights now, I just have that monitor up and I just like am I she's like it's wrong to watch these people. I'm like they're sick. I'm like I guess, but like I could just be walking down that street and I'm not wrong for walking down that street. I'm just kind of interested in what they're doing. So, I don't know. Again, every night I watch it now. I don't know. I find the streets of Philadelphia entertaining to watch. Am I a
You
bad
remember
person,
that?
Eric?
So, go ahead. Answer that, Eric.
Hmm?
Is he a
Am I a
bad
bad
person?
person?
Who?
Never mind. So, remember how I started that book
Yeah.
the other week? It's a good book.
You finish it? Or you
No.
finished 2 out of 10?
Yeah. I'm up to 6 now. I'm working on the 6th.
Okay, so 4 books in a week now. That's a pretty good pace. That's a really good pace.
Yeah, I've been
Has that been your
cruising.
nighttime thing instead of like watching a stream?
Yeah,
You've just been reading it? Yeah.
it's pretty good. Jason,
What's
the
your favorite
Australian.
read?
Try this one.
What is it?
You might actually like it.
What is it?
All right. Imagine you got taken and plonked onto a fantasy world, and you got magic now.
Huh. I
Yeah.
did buy a book a couple weeks ago. I just haven't
I mean,
had time
like,
to read it.
without giving away big parts of the story, that's about all I can tell you. But it's a good book. I like it.
I want to start like maybe an hour before I go to bed. Just like read this book or something.
Yeah, why don't like you and Emmett? How about like you start a thing where like you put Emmett down and you give him a book and be like, "Oh, it's reading time," and you spend like
Yeah, I want
20
to do
minutes.
that too. It's just
Like he
I don't
reads
have
his
them.
book, you read your book. His
I
is
don't
like
have them
maybe
though.
something that makes him
Get them.
smarter. Yours is like
Maybe on the
101
weekends.
league champions and what their abilities are,
They're
and you're
lore.
just like,
Or some Aussie getting beat in the head with a shovel.
Renekleton.
Our next.
His his Q is this.
This is
He ha-
why
Here's his passive.
I
When
just
your
can't read, bro.
when your fucking support
You
doesn't
want
hit
an
a
audiobook
shot.
then?
No.
All right then.
When you're what's the robot with the extendy arm?
Let's crank it up.
When your blitzcrank doesn't hit his grab, that's when you want to start using chat. Please don't. Please. We know you want to tell him I hope his dog dies of cancer, but maybe you shouldn't. Maybe we should count to 3, take a
What
deep
if I
breath.
just like don't play League no more? I just like put all that time into like playing the guitar.
You should try it.
Yeah.
But my fingers aren't
Oh my god, they lit a
being there.
fire. They just have a fire going on in the street.
God. I mean,
Yeah,
it's very interesting though, watching people destroy their lives. Like, why? Why are you doing that?
It's the thing is sometimes it's such normal looking people just like walk up and you're like, "Oh, look at this guy."
And then
You
a
see him
drug deal
like
happens.
yeah, and then a drug deal happens. You're like, "Oh shit, he just probably got heroin." Like, don't do that, bud. And then he does that right in front of the camera and you're like, "Oh, well, you probably shouldn't." But
Is
he
the
does
statue
anyway.
guy still around?
I haven't seen him.
Oh no.
Some chick tried to sell like knockoff like Nikes and Adidas shoes the other day.
Huh. Neat.
So yeah. Oh damn, 109. We've hit it. You got anything else to say?
No.
That's good. Because that's all we have for this week's episode of Thursdays Are the Best Days podcast. Thanks for listening and goodbye.
See you later.
Goodbye.